Turtle of Oman. Chapter 11, Peace to all Sardines. From the top of the hill where they turned off Arif Street, they could view the sea gleaming instantly, excuse me, intensely turquoise blue in the distance. The closer they got, the bigger it grew. Arif and his grandfather drove down to the beach without speaking much. Traffic was heavy around the Lulu hypermarket grocery parking lot. The whole city of Muscat must be hungry today, said Ceedy. They parked near some concrete benches and beds of orange flowers. Instantly, things felt better. From here, the beach stretched to the right, speckled with white umbrellas and fancy hotels. To the left, the sand was wide open and more empty. Some kids were pitching a red ball back and forth with their dad, while their mom jiggled a baby. Ceedy handed Arif a chilled bottle of water. Arif popped open the lid and took a huge drink. Ceedy thought of everything. Arif placed the water in the cup holder for a moment and slipped off his tennis shoes. He stuck his socks inside them. "May I leave these in the Jeep?" Ceedy said. "Please do." Arif decided to leave his rain stick in the Jeep, too. They started walking and passed the family with the ball. Ceedy said something to the dad, like, "Ahlam," or "beautiful weather," or "blessings to your family." He always talked to everyone. The sand felt compact, easy to walk on. It felt cool on Arif's feet. Gulls were dipping and diving over the waves. Further out, some bigger birds made flesh-footed shearwaters. Held their mighty wings aloft and coasted. Arif dashed ahead and jogged around Ceedy, then came back to walk calmly beside him. "I'm sorry about your hard day," said Ceedy. Arif didn't answer. "We all have them. It will go away." Arif still didn't say anything. He was taking giant steps and gazing off to the water. "Did you know that your coastline is as long as California?" asked Ceedy. "Where is California?" "Come on, even I know that one." Breezes rolled onto the beach. They lifted Ceedy's dishdasha, which swirled around his ankles. "Hello," Ceedy talked to the air too. "Breezes of India. Thanks for cooling us off over here." "I wish we were going to India instead," Arif said. "Don't you? It's closer." He waved both hands to the side toward India, like he was dancing. The sky loomed, pardon me, y'all, allergies. The sky loomed with a few delicate lines of wavery cloud, one under the other. It looked like another blue ocean over the watery blue sea. Arif took a deep breath and tried to hold all the blue inside his body, pretending for a moment he didn't have to move away or say goodbye to anything or share his room and cat. None of it. He leaped into the air as high as he could and did it twice again and ran in another wide circle. A cluster of sandpipers scuttled away from him. Fishermen waved at Ceedy and Arif from small wooden boats. Some were paddling and others were pulling nets of shining sardines behind them. "Are those men your friends?" asked Arif, catching up with Ceedy again. Sometimes he went with Ceedy to the fish market further down the beach, and Ceedy ended up talking forever with the men in the stalls. Arif wasn't sure if these were the same fishermen or not. Ceedy said what he always said. "Of course, everyone is my friend." Now Ceedy called out to each boat, "Salam, peace." They probably couldn't even hear him from that far away. Arif laughed. He knew what Ceedy would say next. "Peace to all people," is what he always said. Then Ceedy turned to Arif. "Aren't you glad you aren't a sardine? The sardines have a scary time when those fishermen with their fancy nets get out there. Peace to all sardines." Tourists walking in the other direction with picnic baskets and umbrellas stared at them now because Ceedy was speaking very loudly with an announcer, like an announcer, and waving his arm. Some men with red skins and blue swimming shorts passed them and tenderly lifted up their fried hands to say hello. Arif twirled in a circle, making a bird sound. It was not hard to impersonate a seagull, but gulls always knew the difference. He tried to sneak up on them, but they would open their wings and fly away, without even turning around. If everyone is your friend, can we visit a Sultan Qaboos before I leave? He asked. He would have to visit us. Last year, when the Royal Oman Symphony Orchestra musicians were playing outdoors at Amaret Park, Sidi had pointed out Sultan Qaboos in the distance, in a high viewing balcony above the other seats, wearing a beautiful, shiny, golden cloak and turban. This was the closest Arif had ever come to him. Sulima had seen him from a distance at the grand opening of the Royal Opera House, too. Promise me you will not go see him with my cousins when I am gone, said Arif. Don't worry, they're too busy. I won't take them, said Sidi, laughing.